number one reason why beauty industry professionals are not getting the clientele that they want or the income that they want is because they're doing so from a broke person's identity. You have to be able to identify as someone who creates generational wealth and someone who is abundant and in a surplus and overflow. When you can change your atomic habits and shift your identity, then you change who you are. When you can shift who you are, you will get a different outcome. Listen, you guys, I have been in the beauty industry for 19 years and I've been a mindset mentor for 4 years. And I'm currently studying to become a nurse practitioner. I am obsessed with quantum physics, psychology, and neuroscience. And I like to use cognitive behavioral therapy to help you understand what you're doing so you can get out of your own way. This video is going to be for my beauty industry professionals. I get a lot of questions from other hairstylists, from barbers, from estheticians, you name it. My boyfriend's a barber. I'm a cosmetologist. So we get each other. And what I want people to recognize is you don't need to go do more marketing. You don't need to change your website a million times, change your pricing a million times. You need to identify as someone who has a wealthy mindset. When you can identify as someone who has a wealthy mindset, you are going to shift your habits, who you are. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us that you get who you are being, you get your behavior, you get your personality, and your personality will shape your 3D reality. Now, you might say, well, Nisi, I don't know what I'm doing. That's so wrong. Okay. Well, who are you choosing to identify yourself as? I have some notes here and I want you guys to kind of follow along with me in this video. You have to understand that your identity is what's going to attract your clients. This is your energy, your income, everything that's coming towards you is going to start with your identity. Okay. You change your identity, you change who you are, you change what you attract and what comes to you. If you're ready to shift in the luxury version of yourself, let's go. Okay. Who are you identifying yourself as? And write this stuff down in real time. Are you identifying as a luxury brand? Are you identifying as a mid-level brand? And a lot of people I hear constantly, oh, well, Nisi, I live in a remote area. I live in some random place in Kentucky. I live in Idaho. I live in blah, blah, blah. I can't charge as much as I want. When you're charging your worth out the gate, okay, and you're not second guessing it, then people are going to believe in you. They're going to believe in you. If you are unsure about how much you're charging, other people are going to feel that energy and they're also going to be unsure about what you're charging. Let's start there, okay? When you can get your nervous system regulated, that's what's going to truly help you shift your identity. I cannot stress enough the importance of nervous system regulation, okay? One of the reasons why I feel like the beauty industry is more of an energetic thing is because people can feel your vibe. People can feel your energy. They know when you're full of shit. They know when you're selling them something. They know when you're not certain. Today, I just had a random client call me on the phone. She saw my work on someone in a restaurant. She called me on the phone. Hey, Nisi, I saw your work. This so-and-so referred me to you. Can I order hair extensions? You guys, I've never met this lady. I don't know her from fucking Joe Schmo. She sent me pictures of her hair. She wanted her hair extensions. I sent her the invoice and she paid it. And I'm talking like an $800 invoice for hair extensions. I'm doing like a little Christmas thing with hair extensions this week. And so she's like, oh my God, like I saw her work and your work and I wanted to schedule with you. She ordered hair extensions like it was nothing. My coaching packages sell out like that. The reason why is because I identify as the person that knows what she's doing. That's who I am. That is who I have become in the industry. I have become a beauty mogul. I have my own hair extensions company. I do nails. I do makeup. I have a bridal brand. I have Platinum Gang Hair, Platinum Gang Lifestyle, Platinum Gang Bridal, Platinum Gang Mindset. Hello, I have built a brand because I identify as my brand. Shift your identity by changing your nervous system and regulating your nervous system, okay? Dysregulated stylists are going to be the ones that undercharge. Dysregulated barbers who are not sure of themselves. Dysregulated estheticians who feel like, oh my gosh, well, it's a wax. I wouldn't pay that much. Why are you choosing to identify your clients as well? Why are you putting that shame and guilt on them? They could make well over six figures, but you're automatically assuming that they can't afford it or assuming that it's, they're paying too much. And I just don't agree with that. Wealthy clients want grounded energy. They want you to know what you're talking about. They want to feel informed. They want to feel important. What I've noticed about my clientele now, and let me backtrack a little bit. I am someone who moved from Atlanta, Georgia to San Diego, California with a 5-year-old, $2,000, and not one single client in this city. Okay. And I immediately started out at a booth rent salon after being here for 4 weeks. I knew who I was identifying as out the gate. I automatically knew it's going to work out. My work speaks for itself. I'm very good at what I do, extremely good at what I do. As a matter of fact, here is my Instagram page. You guys can go and check that out. I'm extremely good at what I do, and I know that. And I always tell people, as soon as you see my work, you're going to want to schedule with me. And so they do. I did not get it from hustle. I was not out just overexerting myself and overworking myself. I didn't do that. Did I pass out my cards? Sure. But the energy and the intent behind passing out my cards is what makes a difference. If you're doing something from desperation and lack, other people are going to smell that on you. It's like fear. They feel it. Everything is an energy. Inside of my mentorship, I do like to teach nervous system regulation and just regulated booking and how to be consistent in that. And I do feel like that is where a lot of people in the beauty industry are struggling to get that structure. So once you shift your identity and you do this by regulating your nervous system, then you need to make sure that your business is fully structured. This drives me absolutely fucking mad. There's so many times where I see people get fresh out of school in the industry. They don't know about LLCs. They don't know about trademarks. They don't know about business structure. They don't know about taxes. They don't know about business licensing. They don't know about websites. They don't know about branding. They don't know about marketing. They don't know any of it, which is why I brought back my mentorship for beauty industry professionals. Also, habit number 3, your atomic habits. Your atomic habits is what's going to help shape your identity once you get your nervous system regulated. Okay. Your atomic habits can look like this. Let's say that you get to the front desk and you're about to check out your client, or if you're a booth renter or a suite owner, whatever, you're about to check out your client and you want to give them the price. And you might get a little nervous giving them the price. Let's say if their price is $375, you might say, oh my God, $375 sounds like a lot. I don't know if she's going to want to pay that. Let me just bump it down to $350. And don't lie, because we've all done it. I'm guilty of it too. But when you do that, you're emotionally discounting, which then turns into resentment later on, which then turns into burnout later on, because you just didn't charge your worth out the gate. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not making enough money. I can't pay my booth rent, or I didn't profit enough, because we all know that in the beauty industry, you have to go and purchase your products first, and then you're going to do that client, and then the money that you make with that, you have to go pay your booth rent, insurance, whatever. So now you're walking around resenting your clients. Your clients have no idea why, because you just didn't charge your worth out the gate. Why? Because you're identifying as someone with a broke mindset. The number one thing that I wish people would recognize as well, when you're shifting your identity, you think that it has a lot to do with, okay, I'm going to force myself to dress this way. I'm going to force myself to speak this way. I'm going to force myself. You're not forcing anything. You're becoming. You're remembering who you are. And that's what quantum physics and manifestation truly is. It's stepping into the new identity of yourself. When you're stepping into that new identity of yourself, write it down. Who do you want to be? Who do you aspire to be like or similar to? What sort of qualities does this person have? Is this someone who makes 6 figures? Are you making 7 figures even? What do you want your branding to be? Are you wanting to have your own product line? Are you wanting to own your own shop or salon? What is it that you're creating? Get clear about your vision and what you want for yourself. Once you do this, your body has to feel safe to receive it. If your body does not feel safe to receive it, it will not. Remember, you are giving someone an experience. You're not just providing a service for them. You're giving them an experience. What sort of experience do you want them to have with you? When people are in my chair, the number one thing that I get on my reviews is that I'm personable and people feel like they know me forever and they can talk to me about any and everything. I get the same thing with my mentorship clients that Niecy's personable. I love how down to earth she is. I love that I can talk to her about anything because people instantly feel that connection with me. They sense my authenticity. They sense the fact that I really want to help them solve a real life problem. Also, with your atomic habits, if you get really honest and real with yourself that you're clenching up and your nervous system is in disarray when you're charging someone what you are worth or what that service is worth, you can then start to change it because once you acknowledge it, it no longer controls you. Okay. Other atomic habits that you might be doing, and I'm only going to give you guys a few. I don't want this to be a lengthy, long video, but other atomic habits that you might be doing is avoiding going to get the products that you guys need, and I see it time and time again. I've seen it with some of the newer stylists in our salon even, where they're like, "I don't wanna spend that much money, so I'm just gonna get a little thing of light, or I'm gonna get a travel size," or not the travel size, the little, I forget what they're called, but the little, like, oh my gosh, why can I not think of the name of it? They give them, like, a little packet just to try it out. It's like a little starter thing that they get. And they'll use that, or they'll be like, "Okay, I'm only gonna buy 1 toner and this and that." And I'm like, "You need to be able to have enough for anything that could happen. Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, okay? And you need to be better prepared. When you're coming into your business prepared and you know what you're doing and you have the ins and outs, then that is elevating your business in such a way that I cannot even begin to explain. I want you guys to do better and step into your full identity and step into your true self. Get clear on what it is that you want. Write it out. Write it down. Make it plain, as the Bible says. Write it out. What sort of things does this person say? What sort of things does this person do? How do they dress? How do they walk? How do they talk? What do they do? And what are some small atomic habits that you recognize within yourself that you need to shift and change today in order to step into your new identity? If you're interested in getting the Beauty Pro mentorship with me, you get one-to-one access with me via text message. So you'll get my personal cell phone number. I will help you with marketing and all of your business stuff from booking systems to product line, product knowledge, whatever it is that you need, there is a package for you. And you can go check that out at platinumgang.store. See you guys soon. Bye.